The following video is going to show you how to upgrade your current version of Adobe CC 2015 to Adobe CC 2017. Now, of course, this is just for people who have licensed versions from UNSW and download them via the self-service app. If you purchase Adobe separately, then it's up to you to remove and update the software as you see fit. But for people who use self-service, it's a little bit of a three-step process, just because we first have to get rid of the current versions of Adobe that we have on our machine. So if you go into my applications folder here, you can see I've got quite a bit of Adobe 2015. I don't have the entire suite, but I do have quite a bit of software. It's taking up about 90 gig of space. And so I really want to get rid of all of that before I install another 90 gig or so of Adobe software. I was actually pretty close to my hard drive limit, but I cleared out a bunch of stuff I was working on earlier this morning, but there was no way I would have been able to fit both versions of Adobe CC on my machine had I not done that earlier. And it's always just best practice to get rid of the older software before you update to the newer one. So I'm going to do that now. So I'll just close this window. And the first place I want to go to is the self-service app down in my dock. If you don't have it in your dock, you can also just do a spotlight search for self-service, and that will bring it up as well. Okay, so here's the self-service portal. I'll sign in with my ZID. And here's the front page. Now I've got some updates for 2015, but I'm going to ignore those because I know I'm going to get rid of the 2015 versions of Adobe anyway. So what I want to do is go over to the categories here and click on Adobe Creative Cloud. And you can see down here with the featured badge, there is uninstall all Adobe software. And it's going to make sure that I really want to do that. It's not going to just run automatically. It will tell me that this is so I can upgrade from 2015 to 2017. So yep, that all sounds good. I'm going to hit run. Okay, so that didn't take too long. And now if I look inside my applications folder, there's no Adobe there left. So that's a good sign. Let's head back to the self-service app. Okay, so now I'm just going to hit refresh, which is basically just this little home button at the top here. If I hit that, that will refresh self-service. That should work out that I've just gotten rid of Adobe 2015, and then will let me install 2017. So if I go to Adobe Creative Cloud once again in the sidebar here, okay, that looks a little bit better. So now I've got some of the 2017 apps ready to go. You can see some of the 2015 apps are actually still around because these are the ones that Adobe hasn't updated yet. And some of them haven't got their icons either, just because I'm doing this a little bit before it's ready to go. But by the time you get around to doing this, these icons should be in place. But yes, I can see some of the ones, some of the 2017 apps. So I'm going to grab, well, on this machine, I think I'll just grab Photoshop and Premiere and maybe After Effects. And I can grab the other ones I need later. So now I can see the progress, they're downloading now. So that took a little bit of time. That took about half an hour for those 3 apps, but they are very, very large apps. And I know from the past, they will actually install some other things when you first launch them as well. So bear in mind, you should set aside a good chunk of time to install, to remove and install the new software. And you can see here my recent documents are all still there. All of your settings and things should still be there. And it's probably worthwhile just kicking off all of the apps that you're going to use on a regular basis, just so they can do that first run, which can take some time.